Hello, welcome to Algorithms. Today we are going to discuss about big data architecture, real-time processing, and we will look at what are the different tools available on the Azure platform. These are the common components that I explained in my previous slide. I wanted to include in this presentation as well so that it refreshes the concept and you have a clear understanding of the flow and different components that are involved in real-time processing. Okay. Now, as the name suggests, real-time processing deals with the streams of data that are captured in real time and processed with a minimum latency to generate real-time reports or responses that you may want to generate. And one of the example is that you might have seen on the daily basis. A real-time traffic monitoring solution might use sensor data to detect high traffic volumes, and then that data could be used to dynamically update a map to show congestion or automatically initiate high occupancy lanes or other traffic management systems. Okay. Now the incoming data typically arrives in, it could be unstructured or semi-structured format, such as JSON, and has the same processing requirements as batch processing, but with a shorter turnaround times to support real-time consumption. Because in this case, we are talking about real-time consumption, so our turnaround time is very small. We have to have the data in milliseconds or second, depending upon the type of application that you are using. Okay. So challenges, there are a couple of challenges. First of all is speed at which we have to ingest, process and store messages. The second challenge comes is that the processing must be done in such a way, or you have to decide, you have to define your architecture and configuration in such a way so that it does not block the ingestion pipeline, especially when your volumes are high. Okay. From the architecture perspective, there are four different components: the real-time message ingestion, stream processing, analytical data store, analysis, and reporting. So, real-time message ingestion. So, your architecture must include a way to capture and store real-time messages to be consumed by stream processing consumer. So in a simple case, this service could be implemented as a simple data store in which new messages are deposited in a folder, but often the solution requires a message broker such as Azure Event Hubs that acts as a buffer for the messages. So the message broker should support scale out processing and reliable delivery, and this is a very important point. Stream processing, once you have these real-time messages, then your solution processes them by filtering, aggregating, or however you want to prepare the data for analysis. Analytical data store and analysis and reporting, I'm not going to explain because it's one of the same thing that I explained in the batch processing. So let's talk about the technology choices. So in real-time message ingestion, you have three technology choices. One is Azure Event Hubs. So it is a messaging solution for ingesting millions of events messages per second. So the captured event data can be processed by multiple consumers in parallel. Uh, and it also supports AMQP, Advanced Message Queuing Protocol 1.0, plus it is compatible with the Kafka Protocol 1.0 to process events using event hubs with no application changes. Azure IoT Hub, it provides bi-directional communication between internet connected devices and your message queue that can handle millions of simultaneously connected devices. Apache Kafka is the other option. It is an open source message queuing and stream processing application. You can scale to handle millions of messages per second from multiple message producers and route them to multiple consumers. And Kafka is available in Azure as HD Insight cluster type. So if you type HD Insight, you get all the details how to set up Kafka, Apache Kafka, how the architecture looks like. Okay. Stream processing, you have three different options. Azure Stream Analytics. So you can run perpetual queries against the stream of data, and these queries consume streams of data from storage or message brokers. They filter and aggregate the data based on the windows that you define and write the results to sinks such as storage, database, or directly to reports in Power BI. It really depends upon what sort of your business objective and how you would like to have your visualization or presentation layer. And the Stream Analytics uses a SQL based query language. Storm is basically Apache Storm. It's open source framework for stream processing. Okay, and you can provision a Storm in Azure HD Insight cluster and implement a topology in Java or C#. It's up to you depending upon what sort of skill sets you have in the organization. Spark Streaming is also open source distributed platform for general data processing. So Spark provides the Spark Streaming API in which you can write code in any supported Spark language, Java, Scala, Python. And Spark 2.0 introduced the Spark Structured Streaming API, so which provides a simpler and more consistent programming model. So Spark 2.0 is also available in Azure and HD Insight cluster, I guess. Analytical data store, Azure Synapse Analytics, HBase, Spark, or Hive. I explained it in the batch processing presentation. Now for the reporting purpose, you can use Azure Analysis Services, Power BI, or Microsoft Excel. I guess this is it from my side. Yeah, one more important point. In a purely real-time solution, most of the processing orchestration is managed by the message ingestion and stream processing components. But in a Lambda architecture that combines batch processing and real-time processing, you may need to use an orchestration framework such as like Azure Data Factory, Apache Uzi, or Scoop to manage batch workflows. Okay, because yeah, that's the reason I did not mention tools here, but it really depends upon you are using Lambda architecture or Kappa architecture. If you are using Kappa architecture, then you may not use Azure Data Factory and other orchestration tools. But if you are using Lambda, where you combine or converge batch and real-time processing, you may need to use any of the tools that I mentioned for the orchestration purpose. I guess this is it from my side. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys are learning, and if you have any questions, please drop comments. For feedback, again, drop in the comment section. I'll take care of that. Thank you very much and have a great day.